For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Aries Spears has joined the conversation when it comes to the assassination attempt on Donald Trump this past weekend. In an Instagram post, Spears would condemn those who think the shooting was staged and is part of some conspiracy. The comedian will also use the January 6th Capitol riots and the Chris Rock and Will Smith Oscar slap as examples of other incidents that people assume were fake. Today we have our Comedy Hype analysts Lab Love and Steve Brown on the show to talk about the assassination attempt, and we have to ask if the shooting was fake. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
Listen, man, I am in no way, shape, or form a Trump fan. But some of y'all gotta knock it off with this conspiracy theory shit. It was staged. It was staged. So that blood was Tabasco sauce on his face? January 6th was staged. People died on January 6th. That part of the program, the Will Smith Chris Rock thing was staged, not according to Chris Rock. If it was real, the shooter wouldn't have missed. Reagan got shot and survived. Was that staged too? Shit gets real. Stop thinking everything is a goddamn conspiracy.
Now, of course, we talked about this yesterday, but more people are still chiming in as more developments have come out. But first, I want to start with Aries. Now, people are responding to him. I want to read a couple comments, then come and get you all's thoughts. One user said, man, y'all failed to realize that Trump used to be on WWE and Apprentice. That ish was staged. You can tell by the little BB shots. Now, obviously, Aries had time because he's responding to a lot of people, and he responded by saying, so both the shooter and a bystander were killed, so at what point do they come back to life? Again, another user would put, WWE uses fake blood weekly. It ain't that hard to pull off. Aries would respond with seems to be his biggest stance, so the shooter and a bystander were killed. How do you explain that one? Genius. Now, we spoke yesterday, so of course, I'm interested to first just start with Aries. Look here, look, he said, Lab, we coming to you. What are your thoughts on, and not even just Aries himself, but just, I guess, his stance?
Okay, first, I want Aries to stop doing videos in the bed as if we want to be in bed with him. I think when you take your Ozempic shot, leave us out of that process. That's that piece of it. But I think it's not inconceivable that this could be. It's so many questions not being answered right now. And I think it is natural for people to want those questions to be answered. It's natural for people to question the validity of some of the things. And there's so many inconsistencies with it. Like Trump, bandages, no bandages, the angle of the shot. I mean, just a lot of questions. So for people to question it, I think that's just natural.
Yeah, but that wasn't a bandage. That was a whole pillowcase. I mean, a whole pillowcase. That was a big ass bandage.
He had a dime bag.
Yeah, that was a tea bag. He had something, but you know, I think it was just Aries.
Like, is that chamomile?
I think it was just Aries being Aries. I think just he got bored and wanted to do something to get some attention or feel involved. You know what I mean? But I mean, again, there are a lot of questions to be answered, and I think it's. I'm still 70-30, or probably more now.
Yeah, but if he wants some attention, he can go ahead and answer the phone calls from the producers of My 600-Pound Life. So that's what he can do if he wants some attention.
So let me ask you, what's something new that came up for you that you've seen, you know, with all these new developments and things that are coming to surface?
I think for me, this morning I saw a diagram of the angle and the trajectory of the shooter, and it started to make me question that, you know, because the angle that he shot from, military training, and then seeing his ear, it makes me say he should have blown his whole head off. Yeah. Even with a bad shot, just from the angle, I just don't see how that happened. And then there to be slight damage I was 50-50 before. Now I'm probably about 70-30 leaning towards conspiracy. About
I think another thing that adds to that is you get shot at, you get your head, you almost get your head taken off, and you're on a golf course.
The next day,
and you being Trumpish, you didn't even bother to call the victim that supposedly got, well, I wouldn't say supposedly, that got killed. Yeah. You didn't even bother to call. So to me, man, it's just like, dude, I don't give a damn about nobody but me. I'm doing what I do, and I'm gonna try to get these votes, and that's it.
And the fact that you get shot, and when they pick you up off the ground, you say, hold on, let me get my shoe.
3 times.
First thinking about their shoe After they got shot, allegedly get shot. Who think about their shoe? And then you say, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get this.
Then you put yourself in a line of fire 3 more times with the black pistol.
Yes.
So that
and the fact that you went to play golf the next day, it totally breaks protocol from a perspective of, at this point, you still don't know if you're a lone shooter. You don't know if there are other people involved with this. You don't know if this is done or whatever. So you put yourself out in public to where it makes you a target again. Yeah. Why would you do that? See what I'm saying? All this reeks of, I ain't scared, I ain't worried about it, because I know it wasn't real.
And then after all of that, after that eventful day of you almost getting your ass killed, you go to your convention and fall asleep. You can no longer say Sleepy Joe because your ass is now Dozing Donald. Your ass Dozing Donald.
Dozing Donald.
Dozing Donald.
I like that.
So let me ask this, and I want to get to some of those updates too, because we've seen Amber Rose, the bandages and people looking the golf. But yesterday, something I wanted to ask too is, even when we're talking about the shooter, right? Because the shooter was on a white roof with a rifle, and apparently they were seen and spotted. Why do you think the shooter was able to even get in that position to be able to climb on a roof with a rifle?
It's simple. It's white privilege. It's white men don't see other white men as threats. Only people of color are threats. We the only ones who could be criminals. We the only ones who could be drug dealers. We the only ones who murder. And that's why he was able to walk with impunity with a long rifle through all of these people with the ex-president there, and nobody said anything to him. White man on white roof shooting at another white man. White on white crime at its finest. I think that's what this is. He was not perceived as being a threat. He was seen like a half hour before that. Somebody called this in that they saw this man on the roof to the station 30 minutes ahead of time. So in 30 minutes, nobody thought he was enough of a threat to go check on a man on the top of a roof.
That is another reason why I say I'm still going staged. That's why, come on, man. If it can be something local and somebody sees somebody suspicious on the roof, white or black, it's getting reported. And they're gonna go check it out. Yeah. So come on, man. It's screaming Tubi to me.
Yeah.
Tubi.
And especially somebody of that high profile, regardless of what you think, whether you think it's staged or not staged, it's very difficult to look at the facts and not question it. As you guys mentioned in the beginning, it's like, it's just not making sense. But I want to get your reaction on a couple things, because like I said, there's been a few updates. One of them, we see Amber Rose give a speech. You mentioned Trump falling asleep. I'm very interested to know, what are your thoughts on what we're seeing continue to unfold at since the shooting?
Well, as far as Amber Rose, to me, you have to be careful of people like Amber Rose. Now that will jump ship when they feel like it's a better opportunity for them. Yeah. Amber Rose been black all these years, and she came up off of the black community. She got her notoriety from the black community, and then as soon as she gets a chance to get some type of personal gain, now she's white Amber Rose now. She's not black anymore. She's white. So, maybe you just have to be careful of people like that. And if people listen to people like that, they're all over the place. And honestly, they're dangerous to listen to.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Y'all are like...
Listen, we're not going to put too much energy into the whore's opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm calling her that, not because that's me. That's what she calls herself. She has an event called the Hoe Stroll every year to raise money.
Right.
Yeah, so we're not going to put a whole lot of energy into the whore's opinion, because whores will do whorish things. So are we really surprised that a whore is whoring herself out to another attention whore?
Do you think this is just a part of the plan? Because, like you guys mentioned, seeing Trump on the golf course, first of all, them selling merch immediately, for me, just takes away the seriousness of the event. And then you see Trump, on the golf course having a good time, no bandage on his ear. You get a close up, there doesn't seem to be any scars. Then all of a sudden you see him with this big bandage. You have Amber Rose talking. You see him, like all these different things.
It's a game. It's all a TV show to him. He doesn't take this serious. This is all a power play for him. That is the biggest issue, that he doesn't care about anybody but himself. It doesn't matter about Republican, Democrat, all this stuff right here. Why do you want somebody to be president and be in charge of a country to take care of a whole country who doesn't care about nobody but himself?
And they continue to give us smoking mirrors. And another thing, people are still saying, but somebody died. collateral damage. Collateral damage. Sometimes this guy doesn't really care who lives or who dies. As
To
long
make an
as he
ugly, gotta
gets
crack a few
his
eggs.
way. As long as he gets his way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Proof is in the pudding. The man that got killed, Trump didn't even take time to call this man.
Yep.
He went
Call
golfing.
his wife. Call it
Call his wife.
because
Okay,
if he
can't
called him,
he can't
yeah.
call
We
him,
knew
I'm
it.
sorry,
If-
but
if he called
his
him.
wife, I'm sorry, he called his wife, and I mean the guy that's supposed to be the villain, Joe Biden did. She didn't take the call, but she's Trumpish.
Yeah.
She's like, no matter what, I'm down with
Trump.
Trump. I'm gonna wait on his call. Well, ma'am, you never got it, and I don't think you will. You know why? Because he's golfing and he's probably putting another pillowcase on that ear.
Yeah, no, I think we'll continue to see things unfold, and I don't know if we'll ever get the truth to all these questions, but there are a lot of questions.
We
They're
won't.
just, there are just a lot
I
of
don't
questions.
know, because let me tell you something about black folks. We will investigate. As long as we got the internet, black folks, we gonna
Figure it
figure it out.
Yeah, but you know, we gonna pass around some false narratives too. You know, we're gonna be like, oh, the reason why he got shot is because Trump was finna executive produce the new season of Power, and 50 Cent wanted, you know, we'll make up some stuff too.
But we gonna get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, the reason why they shot Trump because he was getting ready to buy NBC.
Yeah. Well, let me ask this, and then we'll close out. Why do you think so many of us don't believe it? Like, why do you think like so many of us are coming together and stick together and be like, yeah, no, this, it's not it.
It's just too many signs of just fakeness. It's just too many signs. I mean, nobody's running. The blood spatter, the diagram of the bullet or whatever,
Yeah.
all that. It's just.
Well, for me, is I don't put nothing past white people. If I'm keeping it all the way 100, I put nothing past a white man trying to gain power.
Well, you know what?
I put nothing past him.
I would say this. I can put some things past white people. I can't put anything past this caliber of white person. Well, he's a straight up narcissist. He will do anything to win. And narcissists will do anything to win. And that's what he's doing. Even pull a stunt like this. So
Yeah.
I can't put anything past him.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate. It's just crazy to even be in a time I never thought that I would literally live to see something like
We're
this
in a
play
movie.
out. Yeah, I literally feel like I'm in a movie. Every day feels like a movie, but you know, definitely condolences to the lives that were lost. It's definitely unfortunate, and it's just crazy for the times that we're in this country. But
we in a Tyler Perry movie.
man, I feel like I'm living a
Nah,
movie every day. I'm in a big skit. It's just a big skit. Now, before I let y'all head out, of course, I'd like to know what y'all have going on. Steve, I think I started with you first yesterday, so I'm gonna start with Lav first. That way, y'all don't think I have any.
Yeah,
favorites.
it's gonna be quick. Go ahead.
Lav, don't know.
All right, so tomorrow I gotta take Steve's mom out. You know, she like a nice middle of the week date, so that's what I got going on then. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I'll be on set
hate
the
you.
rest of the week. That's what I'll be doing. You know, I think Steve mom want to come too, but you know, I'm gonna get us some tickets.
Wait, how can people follow you on social media, Lav?
Either on Steve Mama's page, we got pictures together, or Comedian Lab Love, L-A-V-L-U-V, Comedian Lab Love. And don't forget to get your Smart Ass University merchandise. Don't forget to get that right there. I got everything.
Absolutely. Steve, I think you kind of set yourself up for that one.
Well, the thing is, man, I will be celebrating. Why will I be celebrating? Because Lav won't be here tomorrow. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Comic Steve Brown, and on Facebook, my comedian Steve Brown fan page. Also, Atlanta, get your tickets. They're going now. Uptown Comedy Corner, August 16th through the 18th, and of course, Birmingham, the Comedy Club Stardome, August 2nd through the 4th. So y'all come check me out, and let's get it.
Absolutely. And podcasts.
Oh yes, the podcast. The Yeah We Talk Like This podcast. Y'all make sure you check it out, man. For hilarious comics, if Lav show up, doing their thing.
Yeah, hold up. No, Miss Brown, we doing the podcast right now.
Yes,
Okay,
so
bet.
yes, the Yeah We Talk Like This podcast. Without Lav Love. Thank you.
As always, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic, but you heard from us. Now, we want to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Aries Spears' thoughts about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump? For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
I can't believe y'all let him talk about my mama.
Did y'all enjoy that? We got so much more for you at hypersclub.com. Our exclusive interviews and backstage content gives you the chance to feel a part of the club. Come on and join.